Alright, so my testimony is about, well, I'll give you some background information. This school year, I found out that that I have major depression disorder. So now you know that. And in February, I forget which date exactly, but when they at the mental what's it called, illness center, something like that, they gave me this sheet of what to do just in case I ever feel like suicidal and stuff like that. So I was thinking, oh, that would never happen to me, and so it did though. And it was really tempting for me to like just down a lot of medication and pills and stuff like that. And so but the agreement was I had to tell my mom. So I let her know, and it was just like it was all the emotions and everything like that. It was really terrible. I was frustrated, I was upset. And so so I let her know. And so after I let her know, the second part of that agreement is that I have to go to the emergency room if the mental health center isn't already open. So it wasn't open, and this was like probably around 8, 9 at night. So I had to go to the ER. It was really weird because I'm there, everybody's there for like bleeding or heart attacks and stuff like that. I'm there, I'm like, oh, I just want to hurt myself, that's all. But after many hours, they finally took me in, and so they examined me, asked me how I felt and stuff like that to evaluate and see if I needed to stay overnight or go to like some other center or something like that. But thankfully I was able to go home. And so it was decided for me to start taking medication, Prozac, I believe, yeah, Prozac. And so I'm on it a few days. You know, it takes a while for it to kick in, right? And so I'm just thinking, I was also pretty frustrated that I felt that my parents didn't trust me anymore, because they were thinking of locking up all sharp objects and hiding things from me and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, I guess they don't trust me anymore. So I'm still feeling really low, and just frustrated with life a lot. And it wasn't until maybe a few days later or a week afterward, I went to a Bible study at this at our fellowship church. And so there was a special guest, like a preacher or something like that from a different state. And so, you know, he's preaching and stuff like that, and everything that he said I was able to relate to and stuff like that, as if he was talking directly at me. And I got mad because some of the things were like just true, and you know how when truth comes to you, sometimes you just get mad and defensive. But it was true. And then I went up to the altar call, and you know, I'm there, I'm like, Lord, just please help me. And so the pastor of the fellowship church, she came over, she laid hands on me. A lot of stuff went down over there, praising and everything like that. My brother and sister actually asked me afterward, why were you crying? Did they hurt you? It was so funny. But Holy Spirit came in, and things just changed instantly. I didn't know that the pastor, she was praying for me. I didn't know there were people praying for me and looking out for me, because like I just felt really alone. I don't think I didn't feel like my parents understood what was going on, that my friends understood. I didn't tell my friends yet, but just I felt nobody understood. And so ever since that night, like, just things changed dramatically. Like the effect of the medicine instantly started kicking in, but I don't think it was the medicine, it was God. And just everything, life became better. I finally found out what it was like to be okay, like normal in a sense, because I was used to the highs and lows and highs and lows, and it felt like I was so high, because when I get like high in my emotions, most of the time I get the crash and the fall. But I was getting high in my emotions, and I was like, oh, I'm scared, am I gonna fall? But I never did fall, and I thank the Lord for just changing my life instantly.